Hi, it's Rhonda from Beck's Bakery. Today we're going to do something a little bit different. Instead of baking and using flour, we're going to use whole grain. Today we're going to work with einkorn. Einkorn is an ancient grain. I call it the grandmother grain because it's the precursor to modern wheat. And the reason why I like it is it's got a really nice nutty flavor. The grains are pretty small, so they lend themselves really well to a grain salad. And I'll show you how I do it. So one way to make cooking grains go a little faster is if you soak them overnight in boiling water. So I have about a cup of einkorn berries here. You don't have to use einkorn. You can use rye, soft white wheat, hard red wheat, corazon. You can pretty much use any grain for this. The cooking time is going to vary, but just keep an eye on it and you can do it. I'm not using a recipe, I'm just kind of throwing stuff together because I want you to know that there's no hard and fast rule about it. You are going to pay attention to it. You're going to do tastings to see if the grain is soft enough for your taste, and then you're just going to add lovely, yummy dressing to it. And I'll show you how I make a dressing. So anyway, we've got about, I don't know, it's maybe a cup of grain here. This just came off the eating piece, and so this was just boiling. I'm going to add about double the water. We want 2 times as much water as grain. Even a little more is fine. We just want it to have a nice hot bath. Cover it, and then I would try and wrap it up in a towel. So this is just to keep it insulated, and so it kind of holds its heat for a little longer. And so yeah, we're just gonna let this sit for overnight, and in the morning we'll go and cook it. So here we have einkorn that has been soaking all night long. Drain it and rinse it. So here's the drained and rinsed grain. We're gonna pop it into a saucepan. I'm gonna add some fresh water to this. So I want to add enough water to cover it by maybe an inch or so. All right, so we're going to add some salt. I kind of want this to be a little bit on the saltier side because the grain will take up the salt and it's going to help flavor it. So a couple bay leaves. And this is just ways to flavor the grain. You know, as it cooks, it's going to draw in the flavors, and so it's going to make it really, really nice to have that. I'm going to add some coriander, and I'm just going to run it through the spice grinder. I don't want to grind it till it's a powder, but I want it to be kind of chunky. You know, they're broken apart, but nothing is total powder. So we're going to throw that in there. It's okay if you don't have a spice grinder or a mortar and pestle to do it. I accidentally forgot to grind the spices before and just put them in whole, and it still works. Just a nice pinch of pepper. All right, so this is what we got going on here. I'm gonna pop this on the burner. Bring this to a boil, then turn the heat down and let it simmer until the grain is done. Doing that hot scald soak overnight is gonna help it cook faster. While the grain is on the hot plate, I'm gonna prepare a little savory salad type thing to toss it with. All right, so we're gonna do half a red onion. I'm gonna chop it into a small chop, almost minced. I like to use a red onion for this, but you can use a white onion, a shallot. Red ones and the white ones work pretty well. Small bit there. Next, I'm gonna add the vinegar because we want this to sit for about 10 minutes with the vinegar, and it's gonna mellow it out even more. So we're gonna do teaspoons, maybe, we'll see how much. I want there to be enough to coat it, so we need a little bit more, teeny bit more. We've got the vinegar in there. I'm gonna stir it a few times. I'm gonna add a little bit of salt at this point too, just a little sprinkle. That's gonna help draw some of the liquid out. Okay, I'm also gonna add some garlic. Chop these pretty fine. Fine chop on this. I'm gonna add it to my mixture here of vinegar and red onion. Our onion and garlic going on here. I'm gonna prep the lemon. I'm gonna use the whole lemon. There's our zest. I'm gonna that in here. Next, we're gonna get some juice. Alrighty, so I have this little orange juicer thing that we'll use. I need about 2 tablespoons. I'm gonna check the grain to see if it's where I want it. I like it. It's a little chewy and it squeaks in my teeth, just where I like it. So I'm gonna drain this. I'm gonna get that bay leaf out. Okay, so I'm gonna pour this hot into the onions. I'm gonna add the lemon juice and lemon zest. It's just gonna draw all those flavors in. Good. Stir. A teaspoon of Aleppo pepper. Okay. And then I'm gonna add some olive oil. Use your judgment on how much oil you want to put in there. I'm probably going to use about 2 to 3 tablespoons. And I'm just going to let those guys kind of hang out together. And then I'm going to chop up I'm going to do parsley today. Oh yeah, and I decided that I'm going to add some beans for a little bit of extra protein. So I have just got some organic navy beans. Throw that in there. Add that to there. So look at that, a really simple grain salad with lots of flavor going on in there. We added beans for a little more protein. And this is like a super wonderful, healthy, fulfilling lunch, a grain bowl kind of thing, or a side that you can do. It's such a flexible and versatile recipe. So the last thing to gild the lily, I have a savory walnut crunch. This is made with walnuts, panko, pumpkin seeds, some more Aleppo pepper, salt and pepper. It's toasted in an oven, about a 350-degree oven. And we're gonna put that for some crunchy bits on top of this. Some crunchy bits. A nice little yummy treat.